We will be free! For when the rising tide is turned in every London quarter, Parliament comes crashing down with Robert's Rules of Order!
It makes it easier to deal with. This is July the 13th. This is the birthday of my late and dearly missed father. Okay. This is on reconsidering.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm off the screen again. Come on, wait, come on. Anyway. I kind of slide over that way because I try to be respectful of your personal space.
It's like, yeah, cooties.
No, you don't have cooties. Not for shedding on me either. Anyway, a member did not vote on the prevailing side, but the member wants to vote reconsidered. What should the member do?
Convince somebody who was on the prevailing side to move the motion to reconsider.
Yes.
Okay.
But I'm not sure if that's an option yet.
Okay.
Okay. A, while no business is pending, the member can obtain the floor and briefly state the member's reasons for hoping that a motion to reconsider will be moved. So they can't make the motion, but they're saying, please do this.
Mm-hmm.
B, the member can talk to other members who vote on the prevailing side and ask them to make the motion. That's what you just said. C, while business is pending, a member, you should get this, the member can request permission to state the reasons for reconsideration. Or D, all the above.
Well, it's B or D. It's B, right? I don't know if they're allowed to do the other two. It depends upon the formality of it, because I'm going to say B.
It is D.
It is D. I didn't know if they were allowed to do the other things or not.
Well, okay, looking at this just before we go into it, A, there's no business pending. So that seems to me that would be okay.
I don't know. It depends upon...
Wouldn't that be like a point of personal privilege, maybe?
I guess so.
And then C, while business is pending, that one I wasn't sure about. But I know, we know B is right. You said that before we even get to the options.
Yeah, but C? I don't know about that.
Let's request, because requesting permission to state it.
Yeah, I don't. Okay. Well, I knew the answer. Those other two, I think, are...
This next one's a Sunday, so I'll just set that aside. Okay, citation is Section 37, which is going to be reconsidered.
Yeah, but the fact is, you got to convince somebody who voted on the prevailing side.
We do this enough, folks. We get to the point where we understand where these things are hiding in the book. So,
I mean, ultimately, you do have to convince somebody on the prevailing side.
Right. So, Section 37.
And it has to be actually the prevailing side, not just not the losing side.
Right. Which means if you abstained, you still were stuck.
Right. But on committees, it's different.
Yeah. Okay, 316, 12 to 21, which is just ahead of the standard characteristics.
Okay.
Specifically, this is part of the unique characteristics, as they call them. Item A.
Where? I don't got that. So it starts here.
Right. And then it says to provide both usefulness and protection against abuse.
Then it goes into standard.
Go back a little. Interesting. Okay, well. Oh, here it is. No, unique characteristics right here.
Oh, got it.
Okay. Now, however, that is a lot shorter than what this is. This has been rewritten a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
Because your section A is one sentence. This one here is a whole freaking paragraph going on to the next page. So, it's talking about number A, not number B. Your number A says what?
Except in committees, it can be made only by a member who voted on the prevailing side.
Which you just said a second ago.
Right. And I did mention the committee things. Because committee, it can be someone who abstained.
Now, that one isn't listed here. What does your B say?
Except in committees, it must be moved on either the same day the original vote was taken or on the next succeeding day within the same session on which a business meeting is held.
Okay, that doesn't say that here. Your C?
It can be made even when its consideration would not be in order, in which case it may be called up for consideration at a later time, whose limits are longer than for its making.
Oh, they've totally rewritten this entire section.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to... Okay. So this is under the old Section A, but I'll read off the whole Section A. It's previous page a little bit. It can be made only by a member who voted on the prevailing side. We knew that. In other words, a reconsideration can be moved only by one who voted aye if the motion involved was adopted, or nay if the motion was lost. In standing and special committees, a motion to reconsider can be made by any member who did not vote on the losing side, including one who didn't vote at all. You said it was different.
Right.
I got it. It should be noted that it's possible for a minority to be the prevailing side if a motion requiring 2/3 for adoption is lost. That's a great point.
And just by the way, Drywall sent us some beer money for next session.
Sweet.
Thank you. We will stock up. I definitely need the funds to stock up. So thank you so much. Next time we will have plenty of beer.
Yeah, thank you, Drywall. Anyway, a member who voted by ballot may make the motion if he is willing to waive the secrecy of his ballot. Also, if the motion to be reconsidered was adopted by unanimous consent, all the members present at the time of the adoption are in the same position as if they had voted on the prevailing side and qualify the move to reconsider. Didn't we see that quote in a question a while back? Yeah,
we did.
That sounds from...
That got moved because that's not in this section here,
right.
But I know that's still true.
Yeah. This requirement for making the motion to reconsider is a protection against its dilatory use by a defeated minority, especially when the motion is debatable. See standard characteristic 5. And the minority is largely prevent adoption of the previous question. Okay, now this is where it gets into the actual citation.
Okay.
When a member who cannot move a reconsideration believes there are valid reasons for one, he should try, if there is time or opportunity, to persuade someone who voted with the prevailing side to make such a motion. Otherwise, he can obtain the floor while no business is pending and briefly state his reasons for hoping that a reconsideration will be moved, provided that this does not run into debate, or if necessary, while business is pending, he can request permission to state such reasons.
That's not mine at all.
See request for any other privilege, page 299.
I mean, I get that.
Yeah.
And I see how D is right. I just thought B was more precise, but I get it.
Yeah.
I'm not arguing it. That's not in my book, though. They don't get into all of that because I think that's kind of like strategy that doesn't really belong in here. But I get it. I should have just went with D, but I knew B was the precise answer because ultimately that's what you need. You could argue all you want until you get someone who voted on the prevailing side. You're shit out of luck.
Yeah, and the request for any other privilege is just without objection of the body.
Yeah.
So, stuff we do all the time. So okay.
All right.
Favor! Let's hear the opposition side. Like a stubborn donkey's bray. All opposed? You say nay. Opposed! Opposed! The motion carries anyway.